Hello and welcome back to my RC channel. I'm Andy RC and today I'm going to be taking a look at the SpeedyBee TX500. So SpeedyBee is a partner of Runcam and this is their 20 by 20 size VTX. So it's a switching VTX from 0 milliwatt up to 500 milliwatts, and I'm going to be testing if that is the case. And it's also got a built-in microphone and smart audio using the Tramp protocol. It seems like a really neat product. So we have got a JST connector there, and then we've also got some breakout pads as well. So you can see that it's got a 5 volt out and then a ground. It's got video in, and then you can see IRC, that is for the Tramp, and then we've got the ground and then the voltage in. Now you can see that the voltage range is actually quite small here, so 3.3 volts up to 5.5 volts. So you're gonna have to make sure that you have got a back on your flight controller that can provide enough amps for this VTX. Tend to find that the BECs in flight controllers are pretty good these days, especially these 20 by 20 size. So if you're using something like a HLRC stack, then their BECs are usually rated from 1.3 amps up to 3 amps, something like that. So I can't see it being too much of a problem, but a wider voltage range would have been better, I guess, because it means that you can go straight from the VBAT. So we have got an MMCX connector, which is rare for this board size, but it's a very strong connector. It's my favorite for VTXs, so I'm glad that it has got that. And then we've got a manual. Now I believe it's locked to 25 milliwatts out of the box, and we have to long press the button for, I think it says 10 seconds to unlock it, and then we should be able to go all the way up to 500 milliwatt. But again, I'll test that out. It says not to connect it to the flight controller while trying to unlock it, because the Tramp will take over and the button won't do anything. So yeah, I'll have to see if I can get that to unlock. But yeah, you can see it actually shows the Betaflight on-screen display options here as well, and what it should equal. So it's actually saying 600 milliwatt is 500 milliwatt, and 400 milliwatt also 500 milliwatt. So a couple of them are doubling up, so 25 milliwatt as well as 100 milliwatt is both 25 milliwatt. It's quite nice that they've done that though, because a lot of VTXs don't show that. We've got some LEDs on here as well if you want to use those for the channel, but with it having Tramp audio, then I don't see much point in that. But yeah, nice manual. Then we have got a 90-degree MMCX connector to SMA. So we have two options, because this is a sleeve dipole as well, so good for your micros. And then we've got the connector here, so yeah, it's 1.25 pitch JST, and we've got some spare nuts there for the stack. So it seems like a pretty decent package. So let's see how it performs. I need to put it on a copter that's got around about 5 volt out and a strong back. Now that was a very easy install for the SkyStars X120 if you are looking for an upgrade, because this model does not have smart audio. I did have to bend some pins back on the flight controller to get it in, because on the original the VTX sits on some pins. But yes, very impressed with how easy it is to install, and there's a 5 volt on this flight controller, so I just soldered everything direct to that. Very easy. So on the 25 milliwatt setting, it was actually outputting around about 17 milliwatts, so just under. And then the 200 milliwatt setting was 250 milliwatts, so higher. And then on the 500 milliwatt setting, that was higher as well at 542 milliwatts. So I'm pretty happy with those figures. It's also got temperature protection as well, so if it starts to overheat, then it will bring the power down to make sure that nothing burns out. So here we have some DVR footage, and straight away I'm seeing a little ripple of noise on the picture. Now, I picked this copter specifically because on its original VTX it didn't have any noise, so I think the filters aren't quite on par with the VTX that was on the original. That being said, this copter does not have a low ESR capacitor on the battery, and it's something I thought it could do with, so I think that the amount of noise is small, and I think a low ESR capacitor on the battery cable will get rid of that. So in general, yeah, I think this is a decent VTX, and I'd recommend it. You know, it's outputting what they say it is, and you know, it's quite powerful for a 20 by 20 stack as well, you know, and that is something that people are after, as you know, more and more people go for micros as we sort of get shunned away from the 5-inch with regulations and things like that. So yeah, I will link it in the below, and I'll leave you with some flying. The audio that you can hear is actually from this VTX, so I thought that was pretty good if you are using headphones. But as always, thanks so much for watching. Please continue to subscribe. Cheers.